Thanks, Annie. Thanks so much for having me. I'm really honored to be a part of the whole process here that you're offering to your friends that you work with. And yeah, my name is Gina. I'm a yoga teacher, and I've been doing the same thing that you all have probably been doing over the last many days of social distancing, staying at home, being mindful, and maybe even some contemplation or introspection. And like you, the wave is always happening, right? Sometimes, some days, or some moments in the day even, I'm really peaceful, okay with the isolation, opportunity to sort of check in and notice, how I've been living and what changes I may need to make as we will eventually emerge from this space. And then the next moment, I'm feeling anxious and maybe scared or fearful. I've been getting calls in the middle of the night from friends who are scared. My children aren't here, they're in different places, so that's a little unnerving. So I mention all of this not only because you have your own version of your story, but how the yoga practice can help not just temper these feelings and emotions, but can really be just a wonderful place to go for a multitude of ways in which to find center. So there's lots of things in the yoga practice that we can use. I think typically people think about yoga, we think about the physical movement, and that's true. But yoga also embodies breath work. We call that pranayama. And it also, and it's not just in yoga, but it is in terms of how we're speaking tonight, meditation. And those practices practiced daily, and it doesn't have to be for long periods of time, can really become such a good habit in helping you find that centeredness, find the balance, find the place where you can go for release, for clarity, and for comfort. It's a way to self-soothe. So we're going to go through all of those things tonight. The other thing I'm interested in having you consider is, what are you doing on your own that helps you mitigate these scary or confusing feelings that come up? So for me, I've been a journaler my whole life, but I have this really great little journal. It's called the 5-Minute Journal. And what I love about it is that every day it asks you to write 3 things you're grateful for every morning, what would make today great, 3 more things, and then your daily affirmation, which is I am, and you fill in the blank. And then at night, it also says to do an exercise, 3 amazing things that happened today and how today could have been even better. And I think it's Sheryl Sandberg who said, people who list the things that they're grateful and appreciative of are seemingly healthier and happier. So if for no other reason, finding gratitude every time you open your eyes in the morning and right before you go to bed at night can sort of be bookends to how you want the day to feel, you're at least intending, and how to just put a cap on it as you turn in for the night. So just a suggestion. So all that said, I'd like to begin with a quadrinity check. This is courtesy of the Hoffman process. You can look them up if you're curious about them, or if this resonates for you and you'd like to know about them a little bit more. So what I'll ask of you, this is a guided meditation. So your choice. You can sit comfortably. You can even use a wall if that is supportive. Or if your day was particularly heavy and your body is just not up to sitting upright, then just lie down on the floor or the mat or whatever you have there to support you. I'll also preface before we start by saying I have 2 dogs, so anything may happen here in the background. So your patience with me is appreciated. So wherever you are finding yourself right now, either upright or on your back, supine, allow your eyes to close. And take a few natural breaths here. Take a deep breath into your center. Bring your loving attention to your body. Notice what are some of the sensations of your body. Run your attention all the way over your body, the different parts. Just notice what's happening. There may be places in your body that feel relaxed, places that feel tense. Just notice. No judgment. No need to change anything. Just bring your loving awareness to your body. Notice the temperature. Where in your body you may feel warm or cold. Maybe you notice tingling or places that feel numb or blank. Just notice. And ask your body, what do you need from me today? In this moment, what does your body need or want? Listen to what your body is telling you and notice how it feels to be listening to your body. Take a moment to acknowledge and appreciate your body for all that it does for you, for how it's a source of amazing wisdom and information. Take a moment to appreciate some of the qualities of your body. And say softly out loud, "Thank you, body." And notice how your body responds to your gratitude. And now bring your attention to your intellect. Notice what's happening for your intellect in this moment. Just tune in and notice any thoughts or opinions, whatever might be going on in your mind right now. No judgment, just bring your loving awareness to your intellect. There is nothing you need to change. Tune in and ask your intellect, what do you need from me right now? It could be something very simple, like just being heard by you. Listen for your intellect's answer. And take a moment to remember now some of the amazing qualities of your intellect. That's right, bring your loving appreciation to your intellect and say softly out loud, "Thank you, intellect." And notice how your intellect responds to your gratitude. And now bring your attention to your emotional self. Tune in and notice, what are you feeling in this moment? There may be more than one feeling happening. Again, just notice, no attempt to change or fix, just awareness. And notice, how old is your emotional self today? And ask your emotional self, what do you need from me right now? And if your emotional self is younger than your current age, Take a moment to grow up your emotional self to your current age. No judgment. Just gently bring your emotional self to the age you are today. This will help you to connect to your inner resources, having an emotional adult present with you. And you know there is always a child within you, and you always have access to that child. And take a deep breath into your emotional adult. With great tenderness, take a moment to acknowledge this part of you for its resilience, for its vulnerability, for its courage. Call to mind some of the qualities you appreciate about your emotional self. And say softly out loud, "Thank you, emotional self." And notice how this part of you responds to your gratitude. And then bring your awareness to your spiritual self, the source of your creativity and wisdom, your intuition and wholeness. Call to mind some of the unique, beautiful qualities of your spirit and breathe into the presence of your spiritual self. Feel your spiritual self alive, present, embodied. Take a deep breath into your center and shift your body posture to take on the embodiment of the presence of your spiritual self. You are spirit embodied. Your spiritual self is always present, always here to guide you. Ask your spiritual self in this moment for a message. It may come in words, an image, a color, a felt sense. Receive a message from your spirit and trust whatever comes. And take a moment now to thank this wise, magnificent, unprogrammed aspect of you for all the many ways it guides you in your life, all the wisdom, creativity, and love it brings to you. Thank you, spiritual self. And now take a deep breath and gently bring your awareness back to your body here in your room. Being supported by the earth, take another deep cleansing breath and tune into what you are feeling in this moment and find a word or two for it. And staying present to your inner state, become present to the room around you as you gently open your eyes. And notice if that guided meditation has brought a sense of calm, maybe some clarity, any shift, great or subtle. And if you're on your backs, please come up to a comfortable seat. If you've been seated and you need to change the seat from cross-legged to some other pose, it may be Vajrasana or Virasana, do that. And sit up nice and tall. I'm going to guide you through a very brief breath work, one that you can use throughout the practice when we get moving. So take a deep, full breath into your belly and feel your whole body just expand outward. And take a deep breath out and feel the body draw back towards its center. If you'd like to do this with your eyes closed, that's fine. Again, take a deep breath in and expand front, side, and back body. And take a deep breath out and let everything draw back to the spine. And again, inhale to the count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath gently for 1, and then exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Try it again. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Widen. Hold at the top. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Last time here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Make sure that your exhalation is deep. That's how we rest and digest and balance the nervous system. The exhale is your friend. And from here, please draw your palms together in front of heart center. And just take a moment here to create your intention for your evening practice. And together we honor intention to the sound of Om 1 time. Take a full breath in. Om. And with gratitude for this day, slowly allow your eyes to open, come back into the space. Namaste. You may want to give yourself a little namaste. Good. Great. And now gently come out of your seat, especially if you've been in the same one for a little bit. And come onto your hands and your knees, tabletop position. So make sure that your arms are straight, your fingers are wide, your wrists and your shoulders align. And the same thing here, the knees are underneath the hips, the legs are hips width apart, and curl your toes. So I think many of you know cat-cow. You can just take it at your own pace of breath. Inhale into cow pose with your toes curled and your shoulders back. Exhale and come into cat and just round your spine. Keep going at your own pace of breathing to inhale. And then make sure that the exhale matches the in-breath. Maybe it's a little longer. Keep going. Take a few more. Say maybe 2 more. And feel free to pause anywhere in this one or other pose. Maybe it feels good to just pause there for a moment, getting a stretch of some kind. Good. One more time here. Look up, send your sits bones high and soften the belly. And then exhale, come back into your rounded cat and press back to your child's pose. Hips towards heels, arms are long and straight, and the forehead comes down to the mat. If your forehead doesn't come down, or if it does, it requires your hips to pop up, then take a fist and lift the ground to your forehead and sit back into your heels. Take a deep breath in. Feel your back body here. Take a deep breath out. Once more, deep breath in. And deep breath out. Good. Inhale, come back onto your hands and your knees. And look between your hands. Step your right foot all the way through. You can keep your back toes curled or pointed, whatever gives you more balance. And then lift up into a lunge. So make sure that your right knee and ankle are aligned. Your back toes, again, can either be curled or pointed. And then hug the inseams of your legs towards each other for balance. If you're feeling a little less than balanced, you can bring your hands to your hips or keep your hands on your thigh. Otherwise, inhale the arms straight up overhead. Take a deep breath out, enliven your fingertips. Deep breath in. Good. One more breath here. Inhale. And then exhale, hands to the ground. And step your right foot, right knee back underneath your hip. Good. Second side, deep breath in. And step your left foot forward now. Same thing applies. You're just going to come all the way up and just notice your balance when you come up. So it's an evening practice. We're not going to get all jump backy. I mean, it'll be an option if you'd like to. But we're just trying to really notice how the body is feeling, particularly at this time in our lives. So we want to be gentle, right? So find your stability. The left big toe presses down. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And again, that's an option. Hands can stay on hips or come to thigh, whatever feels good to you. Make sure you're breathing. Inhale to 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Exhale your hands to the ground. Step left knee back. And then plant your palms slightly forward of your shoulders. Inhale, extend your left leg back behind you, curl your toes to the mat, and then do the same on the second side and come into your upper push-up position, plank pose. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, bend your knees, send your sitting bones up, press your chest towards your thighs for downward facing dog. So do whatever feels good to you right here. You can pedal the heels out. You can be static. You can turn the body left and right and see what feels good or something that needs a little more attention in the physical body. Are you breathing your 4-part breath? Or I should say 4-count breath. Again, inhale, come all the way through to plank. Exhale, lower your knees, chest, and chin to the ground. Take a deep breath in, slide through and lift the heart. Take a breath out, curl your toes as if you're coming back to child's pose, and then straighten the knees for downward facing dog. So let's try that again. Inhale, forward plank. Take your time, use your whole breath to arrive. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin to the mat. Deep breath in as you slide through, cobra pose. Exhale, curl your toes, hips towards heels, and then downward facing dog. Nice. And then look between your hands. You can walk or step, even hop if you do feel a little spicy tonight. Bring your feet towards your hands and then just fold. Make sure your fingers touch the ground, or if you're using blocks, you can have your hands on blocks. And then relax your belly right on top of your thighs for some support, and let your head and neck just relax here. Whatever you've been thinking, any negative or scary thoughts, let them just fall out right here. Remember that you're in charge of your thoughts. And then from here, very slowly, inhale, rise up, bring your arms out to the sides and up overhead. And exhale, namaste in front of your heart. And just take a moment here. Notice how you feel standing up. Notice if you allowed anything that you needed to let go of down into the earth. And walk to the top of your mat if you're not there in Tadasana, right? In mountain pose. And allow the arms to come into Tadasana as well. Remind yourself of your intention. And just take a moment to feel your feet into the earth. It's important to find center physically so that we feel connected to something bigger than ourselves that we can trust. and we can stand firmly inside of. Inhale, reach your arms out to the sides, up overhead. Exhale, interlace fingers and press palms skyward. Take a deep breath in here and exhale yourself over to the right and just feel a really nice stretch in both sides of your body. Press firmly into the four corners of your feet. You can look forward or down, whatever feels good for your neck. And reach. Good. Inhale, come all the way back to center. And exhale to the second side. Try to keep your arms framed by your ears. Try not to hinge forward or back, but rather stay sideways into this lateral lean. Thumbs are up, pinkies are back. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, palms together down the midline to your heart. Just notice how that feels on your shoulders. If you need a little bit of a moment to round in both directions, that's perfectly fine. And again, inhale, this time spiral the arms out and up. Exhale, hinge at your hips and fold forward. Inhale, look up, lengthen your spine. Exhale, bow, step your right foot back behind you, left foot to meet it, downward facing dog. Inhale forward, plank position. Now your choice. If you have a practice of chaturanga, that's fine. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga dandasana. Inhale and stay in your cobra or come up to your upward dog. Exhale, press back to your downward dog. And just take a moment to have a couple of breaths here. Continue to notice that the breath is the practice. It doesn't matter how deep you go into a fancy pose. It matters how deep you move into the breath. That's what we need at this moment in time. The breath to ground us and center us and balance us and keep us present to what is. Inhale, slide your right leg up and back behind you, split your dog, and then exhale, step right foot all the way through, and keep your back heel lifted. So organize your body so you feel balanced, and if you don't feel balanced, lower your back knee, and then inhale and come all the way up into your high lunge. Good, and again, if you're upright but you feel a little off balance, hands to the hips. So this is just a variation on the low lunge we had earlier. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Nice. Inhale, sweep your arms behind you. Interlace fingers and stretch the elbows long. Sit a little deeper. Inhale here. Exhale here. Beautiful. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, step left foot to meet right at the top of your mat. And exhale, arms to your sides. Breathe. Regulate the breath. Again, inhale, arms reach. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up to a flat back, lengthen the spine. Good, exhale, right foot back behind you, left foot to meet it, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg back and up. Draw your right heel down and press the earth away. Draw your chest back. And then breathe in, look between the hands, slide left foot forward. Again, organize your back foot. If you feel like you need to lower the knee, that's fine. Otherwise, inhale and come right up into your high lunge on the second side. Breathe. Just commune with your breath, your intention. Notice that the physical practice coupled with the breath starts to release the tension and stress that you may be holding, understandably. Take an inhale again, sweep the arms behind you. This time, interlace your fingers differently. Breathe in, lengthen the elbows. Sit deep and lift your chest. This is a time in our lives where we want to cover the heart, especially when we get fearful. But we are brave warriors. We're going to be mindful and smart throughout this process. And it's okay to keep the heart open. Take another breath in as the arms reach. And exhale, step right foot next to left and pause. Bring your hands to prayer. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, spiral arms down and up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, step your right foot back this time and spin your heel down to the mat. And then as you do, inhale, rise up and open to second warrior. Yeah? So make sure that your arms are nice and straight right out of the center of your heart, and breathe. Good. I can actually go this way so I can see you. Good. Inhale, straighten your front knee. Good. Exhale, bend it a little deeper, but reach through your back arm just as evenly as your front. Again, inhale, straighten front leg. And exhale, bend. Good. One more time, deep breath in. And exhale, bend. Beautiful. Keep your knee bent. Inhale, spin the front arm open. And exhale, slide it back. Take a deep breath here right into windswept warrior. See if you can sit a little deeper and reach out and up a little higher. Another inhalation. Good. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the earth and step back to plank position. Find your plank. Good. Inhale here in plank. Again, your choice. Exhale, lower down however you'd like to go. Maybe you'd like to go straight to the floor. Inhale into your cobra or upward dog and exhale back into your downward dog. And just take a moment here. Breathe. Breathe. Beautiful. Inhale, lift your right leg up, back, and step the right foot all the way through. Spin your back heel down. And now go ahead, cartwheel up into your second warrior, second side, right? So make sure your feet are nice and wide so that you can sit deeply. Good. Inhale, straighten the front knee. Feel the action of your legs, hug the muscle to bone. And exhale, bend. Again, inhale, straighten, feel nice and tall, and keep the length in their side body as you exhale and bend. Good. One more time. Inhale to straighten. And exhale and bend. Good. Inhale, turn right palm up. Exhale, slide it back. And sit deeply. Breathe. Inhale, back to center, second warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the earth and step back again into your downward facing dog. Inhale, plank, and take your time to come through. We'll meet in downward dog. You can skip the middle and go right to down dog, or take that dance we call vinyasa and meet there. Good. Inhale, look between your hands. Exhale, bend your knees, lift your hips. Once again, you'll jump, walk, hop, step to the top of your mat, and fold there. Inhale, come all the way up, arms reach. And exhale, namaste. And just take a moment. Breathe. Good. And then from here, come towards, actually you can stay right where you are. We're just gonna come into a balance here. So we'll come into Garudasana, eagle pose. So we'll start with the arms. Take an inhale and open your arms nice and wide. Exhale, take your right elbow under your left. Wrap your forearms and lift your elbows shoulder height. If your palms come together, that's fine. Backs of your hands, fingers, whatever works. And just feel how nicely stretched the upper back muscles feel right here. Good. Keep that. Exhale, bend your knees just a little bit and start to lift the left foot up and cross left thigh over right. And then just go ahead and step the toes down. See if you can feel like one knee is in back of the other. And most importantly, that your hips are forward. So if you really took your left hip around in order to bring your foot down outside the right foot, make sure you draw your left hip back and probably up. Good. Now, if your balance is there, feel free to lift the foot off the ground. You can even wrap it. I'm going to bring my toes to the ground just because it's easier to breathe for me that way right now. Take another breath in. Exhale, start to hinge at the hips. You can start to draw the eagle into the nest as the elbows come towards the belly. Let your gaze follow. Another inhalation. Exhalation. Good. Inhale, start to come all the way up. Unwind the arms to fly, foot over and back into Tadasana. Just take a moment here for yourself. Notice if you are breathing in your balance. It's a great metaphor, right? I always say that how we are on the mat is how we are off the mat. So if you hold your breath at times of stress or struggle, we're not allowing the experience to move through. So really use your practice, your yoga practice, to understand that breathing is the key to it all. Second side. Inhale, arms nice and wide. Hopefully your shoulders are feeling pretty groovy. Exhale, slide your left arm under your right this time. Good. Oh, I'm sorry. Right arm under left? Yeah. No, other side. Good. And you're going to take your right leg up and cross the thigh over. And then just touch down with your toes just to find a balance. And then start to organize your hips so that they're forward. Your elbows are lifted nicely in line with your shoulders. You're looking straight past your forearms to a point that is steady. Very important in balance that you really use a gaze as well as your breath. And then once again, you can start to play here and notice if you lift the foot, is the quality of your breathing still there? That's the gauge of your pose. And if it is, exhale and start to hinge at the hip crease. Draw the elbows towards you and bow. Lots of breath. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale, start to unwind as you come up and back into Tadasana. Close your eyes. Take a moment and just notice and feel your sensations. Breathe. Good. Let's come down to the knees for just a moment, just to pause. Sit down on your heels and just bring your hands right on top of your heart. One hand on your heart, the other hand on top of your first hand. And close your eyes and connect with the beating of your heart. See if you can breathe now to this count. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly open your eyes, come back into your space. Good. And come to sit on your mat. Go ahead and bring the soles of your feet together. Draw your heels towards your body as much as they can go based on the openness in your hips or of your hips. Take the peace fingers of your hands around the ball of the big toes. Press the pinky toe edges together. Take an inhale and draw the feet apart like a book. Knees are wide, spine is straight. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and hinge. Try not to round your shoulders, but rather keep the shoulders lifted, and most importantly, keep your heart open. Breathe in and breathe out. If sensation begins to dissipate in your hips, that's an opportunity to go a little deeper, right? Once we move the tension out, that's when the pose advances, if you will. Just to continue to look for more areas of the body that are holding stress. Again, inhale, lengthen through the crown of your head as you press down into your seat so that you feel long, and keep that length as you hinge, possibly hinge forward. If your shoulders start to round, then don't hinge, just stay upright. You know, typically we do kind of round the shoulders to hide everything. So drawing the shoulders back and creating a new habit will take our muscles a little time to join us in that intention. Another deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, come all the way back to center. Exhale, use your hands to close your knees. And then bring your hands behind you, widen your feet as wide as your mat, and just allow the knees to draw over to the left side. Inhale, bring them back to center. The knees can draw over to the right. And back to center. Let's do it one more time. And as your knees go towards the left, sweep your right arm around and towards the back of your mat, actually the front of your mat probably. And inhale, come back to center. Exhale, knees to the right, sweep your arm back behind you. Nice twist in the waist. Inhale, come back to center. Let's do it one more time. Knees go left, arm goes behind you. Turn your torso and your navel. Inhale, come all the way back. And exhale, final side. Good. Breathe in, come back to center. And breathe out to lie down on your back. And once you're on your back, just take a moment to stretch or do anything else that is natural to you. Something organic and easy. It might be a stretch. Maybe you just want to be still for a moment to notice exactly how your body's feeling, to see if you've created any room and have let go of things that you don't need, mostly that come from the mind and land in the body. And then go ahead, exhale, draw your knees in. Maybe take a happy baby pose here, especially with the hip work we've done, shoulder work. Hopefully this pose feels pretty darn good. And it's nice to even attempt to draw your tailbone down here while your shoulders press down. A really deep hamstring and hip stretch. Good. And then exhale, draw the knees together and straighten the legs down to the mat. Just take Supta Vrikshasana here. Inhale and sweep your arms up and back behind you. Go ahead and interlace your fingers and steeple your index finger. Good. Keep your left heel down on the ground, your toes are up. And exhale, bend your right knee, open the knee outward, and place the sole of your right foot to the inside of either your shin or your calf, just not on your knee. And pretend you're standing on your left foot. So your leg is super active, your hamstring moves down towards the mat. And if your shoulders are feeling open, really draw the backs of your shoulders and arms down to the ground. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Beautiful. One more time. Inhale. Stretch in two directions. Exhale. Bring your right knee towards you, towards center. And then inhale. Extend the leg long. And snow angel your arms all the way down to the ground. And soften your body. Allow what you need to come in now that there's more space for that to happen. Allow it to be positive, trusting, faithful, and vulnerable. Second side, we can start with the leg. So exhale, bend your left knee, plant the left foot above or below the knee. Inhale, arms straight up. Now, if your shoulders are a little tired, you can make cactus arms here. Bend the elbows and have them in line with your shoulders. And then make sure your fingers and your elbows are also in line. So like two L's. And press the backs of your shoulders down. In the same way, feel free to take the same arm variation you took on the first side. Whatever it is you need, yoga will meet you there. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Make sure your right heel is down, toes are up, leg is engaged. Breathe in. Breathe out. Beautiful. Take the exhale to bring the left knee back towards the right knee. Inhale and extend the leg long. And exhale, release your arms by your side. Close your eyes. Notice and feel sensation. Good. Inhale and open your eyes. Please bend your knees. Plant your feet down evenly. Knees are up. Arms are by your sides. We'll come into a moving bridge. Breathe in. Press into your feet. Lift your hips and your arms up and back behind you. Keep your chin lifted. Exhale, bring everything down at the same time. And always the movement ends because the breath does. Again, inhale, lift. Feel your knees move forward. Feel your four corners press and your arms are back. Exhale, start to coordinate and orchestrate. An easy lowering down. Nice. Do it again. Keep going at the pace of your own breath. Again, feel free to keep your eyes closed or open. Hug the legs towards each other, but they don't touch. Coordinate breath and movement. Make this very fluid. Breathing to lift and to expand. Tailbone draws up towards your pelvis. And exhale, feel every vertebra tick all the way down toward the tailbone. Continue for about 4 more full cycles. Feel free to move your feet forward or back to get a better ability to press and lift. Great opportunity to work with your breath and let the pose just do its thing. Now, on your 4th inhale, keep your bum lifted, press strongly into your feet, and then sweep your arms underneath your back. Draw your straight arms as close to your spine as you possibly can. Keep your chin lifted. Press down and through the shoulders, down to your hands. Press into your feet. Close your eyes. Breathe. Static Setu Bandhasana, static bridge pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Inhale. Let the weight of your body sit no higher than your shoulders. Neck is easy. And exhale. Come all the way down. Inhale and straighten one leg and then the other. Arms come out from underneath you, obviously. Arms to your sides. And just feel. Notice the quality of your breathing, your pulse, your heart. Did your practice start in a jagged breath? And does it feel more easeful and deep? Notice. And as you do, if there are any other motions, poses, or movements that you need to feel complete, please take them now. Otherwise, we move into final relaxation, Shavasana. So I'll give you 30 seconds or so in the event that you're doing a twist that takes 2 sides or anything that may come up that you need to complete your practice. If you're already moving toward final relaxation, you were there right after bridge. So keep the arms slightly away from the body with your palms up. Your legs are long and soft and relaxed. If you're finishing a pose, you'll be coming into Shavasana in this way. Allow your eyes to close if they aren't. And just completely surrender your body here. Surrender the practice. Come back to your intention. And know that it is realized. From here, just take a deep, full breath in. As you exhale, surrender, relax, and breathe. Begin to allow a deeper breath to guide you back to the surface. Inhale deeply and exhale completely. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Gently move your head from side to side. Motion to your fingers, to your toes. Draw your knees towards your belly. Roll your body gently to the right. Soften here. And then gently press your palms down into the earth and rise up. Come into a comfortable seat, Sukhasana. And just take a moment here to notice how you feel and to thank yourself for this gift of your practice. It's the art of self-love. And a very brief call and response as your palms stay together in prayer. Please repeat after me. May I love myself. May I be kind to myself. May I be safe. May I be peaceful. May I love myself. May I be kind to myself. May I be safe. May I be peaceful. And bow your head here to the beautiful light of truth that shines within you without fear, brave, courageous, with an open heart. And we close practice together with one final Om. Take a deep breath in. Shanti, peace. Please lift your chin and open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you so much for having me and have a wonderful, wonderful night. See you soon.